Busa taken out of Yazuke's hands. Will Kairi be able to replicate what Yazuke was doing in the previous game? He was constantly pressuring the members of ONIC. Glaive galore. I'm offended.
Over to Keyboy. I don't think that's the right target though. They go for the Black Dragon form as well. As immobilization comes in.
Kairi.
Ijume again, Yasuke! Able to get the pickup now. Kai in the back line now. Pop. This meta, I gotta say, the early game comp should be a bit more stable. Alec! Oh, he's holding on to the flicker, man. The regen, saving him for a bit, might have to go. No, Ijume will keep the regen, will keep the flicker as well. Kai already aggressive into the jungle. Yasuke has to give this green camp away. No mid-prio.
Yep, he is faithful. That
Oh, in the end, have to use the flicker here. Kai, no shadow kill. And back to the point, Kokura. It's really all about capitalizing on a combo. From the Ruby, I'm offended from a Furious Dive. Hijume is going to have the instant follow-up there. Ooh, the umbrella is deadly, man.
The umbrella waits. Trying to hold ONIC in place. Hijume, wow, gets in deep. He pops Guilt.
CC immunity, man. You can see the reads earlier, man. Hijume was waiting for the final second to get that CC immunity. Now it's going to be Yazuke on it. Will get the red tree down. Kai not even there. Alec forced to back away, but Keyboy, the taunt was a bit short.
Oh, Yazuke mobilized.
Station over to Yazuke. Thorn Rose Quad Shadow lands, and it's Kai with first blood. Keyboy will be the trade, but the purple buff forced out, given to Alec.
But still, I think Alter Ego might be...
Yeah, they don't have a lot of that prio in the mid lane just because of the trap. If you get shoved in like that, when the Lancelot pushed in mid, and Hijume gets control of bushes, as a Kimmy, you won't be able to walk up. The fact that Keyboy was so low, forced to recall, having to go bot, especially because of the matchup, Hayabusa lands, it's just tough. That's the instant kill button that I was talking about. With the I'm Offended, Yin Yang overturn, and with Yazuke, Kairi's waiting in the bush there. That's going to be Skylar with Zaman Force up top. Yazuke's utilizing a lot of time. Ooh, Suns trying to bait in. Quad Shadow, and the Shadow kill has the Quad Shadow on him. He's going to jump in. Oh! Alec timing that perfectly to peel for Yazuke.
That's the Ruby we talked about, to try and hold Kairi, to not let this Hayabusa have pressure.
Wow.
Keyboy shadows him. The turtle will pop and will spawn. It's up to the taker for ONIC in the mid.
Lutpi, disrespectful, man. DOT, the instant damage. Again, realize, Furious Diver, I'm Offended. It will be followed up by the Yin Yang overturn. Alec has the I'm Offended. They're going to go for the top lane now. Shadow kill. Skylar picks a kill up. Black Dragon form, no Petrify. Skylar forced to flicker as Alec zones them, and it is turtle number 2 to Alter Ego.
Yeah, small win for Alter Ego after conceding and relinquishing our feet. Keyboy wants to go in. He has those stuns towards him in his body, but at least the taunt will be enough for him to get out with the dash as well. So yeah, again.
But again, they've done a good job at trading. They've done a good job at holding their leads. Lutpi, though, in the bottom lane. This is what I'm talking about. The damage in the early game is quite ridiculous. So you have to be on point. Another kill given over, and the instant conversion up top. The AOG from Kiwi over to RP. That's a taunt, but look at the zone from Alec. Traction pulse will land, but Alec gets away.
He is going to go for the turtle, so I thought Kairi for a second there wants to go in. Oh no!
Wow. Straight up with the overturn, already forcing out the Quad Shadow. He's gonna have to go for the Shadow kills. Nino waits for the timing, and he will be able to claim the turtle. Nino petrifying the Furious Dive. No follow. Alec with the don't run. Will keep flicker. RP!
He's down, and that's gonna be Kairi gone as well. Keyboy wants to go in, but Nino is able to survive. RP guns them down with a double kill.
Realize that's 2 Sky Piercer stacks. The dreaded snowball that ONIC have tried their darn hardest to avoid in the early game is now in the hands of Alter Ego. Skylar flickers in and solo kills him, denies him of that snowball on Sky Piercer.
The Prince does not want to have.
Then you get out of it. Quad Shadow gets erased. So it is very safe. Also against Keyboy, against all their lockdown, which is not many. That's the thing, right? Alter Ego are overloading ONIC with a lot of CC. ONIC have damage, they have outplay ability. And that's why for me, looking at it, at first I was like, man, that flicker is so risky from Skylar. But then you have to think about it, right? If he goes Purify, it's an easy dive for Nino. It's an easy dive for Alec. It's an easy dive for Mr. Yazuke, especially on the Lancelot. So he has to go for the high-risk gameplay here. He just needs to space it perfectly, and he comes in to clean up.
Right now for ONIC, the easiest combo to time is probably the Gatot Kacha CC combo. Maybe the Truncheon for Sans. Oh no, conceal play!
Oh, Sans gonna be caught in there. Alec has the flicker, but he burnt out the Purify already. It's gonna be Nino with the Petrify on a killing spree.
The beast is unleashed. The Keyboy wants to turn around with ONIC. Can they get the kill out towards Nino?
He's sold to the back line. That's going to be the I'm Offended, bringing Lutfi back into Don't Run Wolf King. Zaman Force already used earlier. Going to have to wait for the cycle to come back up as Alter Ego push in mid. Kai with the positioning right there, holding an angle to ambush the backliners, but the backliners are clean with the positioning. Look at how safe Hijume and RP are. And yes, Lightning Truncheon, that's a power spike for Hijume.
Very worth it for ONIC, rather for Alter Ego as well. Only lost Nino in that process. Oh, I'm offended with the flicker.
That's crazy right there, but a Shadow Cow! My goodness, damage! Skylar finishes him off, RP. I don't know what deal he made, but he lived with 1 HP.
That wasn't the target that actually Kyrie wanted to go for. Alec, or rather RP, with a sliver of HP, and Alec takes and bites the dust. At least ONIC, now they have Prio on the Lord Pit. Will they get this for free? I think they will. And after this, they will try to clear up the waves because down bottom pushing for Alter Ego. ONIC, out of the smoke, they get something. They were down and under. Lutfi has to be careful. Triple push might be open. Yazuke is close by too. And that wave is gonna crash.
Oh, no, okay.
No.
Oh, and Lutfi caught in the Furious Dive and fed into the Sky Piercer. They will get a turret in the mid lane as a trade for Lutfi's life. It took a bit of time there. It wasn't like a pure instant kill, and that means the Lord will get 2 charges. One in the tier 1 in the mid lane, the other into tier 2. ONIC pushing in the bottom lane.
And you would connect this point to the fact that, yes, Alter Ego has that insta-button kill, and they would want to look for pickoffs back in the bush. But ONIC, they don't really have a way to open up the bushes. Maybe Keyboy will try to bring himself into the bush. That, again, is kind of gambling. And then you have Sans try to open up that. But again, Kimmy has to be in front. So then how do they open up the bushes safely? ONIC, they need a moment to breathe. They need a moment to open up. Again, back-to-back games, Mirko. The gold lead is not different. It's not that far. It's not marginal.
It only is like this when teams are this equally skilled at playing the early game and playing the mid game as well, right? Because again, a lot of times when you see these scaling compositions, they don't have the patience to go in. Izuki with the puncture, Phantom Execution, baiting out the Purify already as the AOG doesn't land. That's gonna be Alec with his own Wolf King over the Keyboy as Izuki gets taken very low. Lutfi stunned up by the umbrella of Hijume. And there are still no kills on the board, just threats here and there. Who won that trade of resources, though? I think it's ONIC.
It has to be ONIC. They have a wave down bottom. Is going to push. RP needs to clear that. The Lord as well will build up for ONIC. And that wave up top, it's a slow push. Slowly converging for ONIC. Alter Ego need to answer that, but at least it's not going to instantly crash to the top side turret. Divine Glaive for Skylar. That's a big pickup to get the damage going. Divine Glaive 2 for Hijume. It's Divine Glaive galore. I'm offended.
Over the Keyboy. I don't think that's the right target though. They go for the Black Dragon form as well. As that immobilization comes in. Hijume again. Yasuke able to get the pickup now. Kai in the back line now pops in the Shadow Kill.
The Beast survives, but Kyrie gets Yasuke. The Shadow Prodigy is down. Nino has to survive.
Baited in. Now a quad shadow from Kai. Gets him a triple kill.
The triple kill for ONIC as Kyrie, the god in the jungle, cleans house for ONIC. Alter Ego run for the hills. Hijume and Nino run for the hills as they concede that Lord. ONIC win the fight, and this might be the opening, the crevice for them to turn things around after constantly being in the back foot. That was a very beautiful fight. Alec, I'm offended towards Keyboy, not the target you want. And then they go in to the counter engage. Kyrie was looking for the flank angle. He got that. That insta-kill to Yazuke.
It was too much for Alter Ego to handle. That's going to be the win of nature built up already. Nino going to be caught in the shadow kill. Now he's going to the Black Dragon form, but the quad shadow is still on him. CC immune. That's not his name, by the way. That's just Nino. AOG in the back line. Finding RP has him in a crowd. Pops it in time. Keyboy!
Huge initiation as ONIC set their sights on the throne and on the crystal. Alter Ego, they need to hold. I think they can.
Wave is big with the Lord. Nino's gonna be taken low. Yasuke still able to back away right now as they go over to clear on the Lord. Another mid wave showing up. Yasuke can he do the impossible? He's holding it in, but ONIC are gonna try. That's a double. Nino holding again. The cannon minion prevails, and ONIC equalize.